Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff Superlite 27 BHWS. I'm here to walk you around your travel trailer here, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, get two awnings, front and back. Leave plenty of room for them to come in and out. On your off campsite, besides your slides, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Everything's going to be right behind your slide, or when you're driving with your slide in, right behind your rear tires on your driver's side. So park accordingly so you can utilize all these facilities. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing we're going to do is level your unit. Unit comes with a power tongue jack. Simply hit up to raise it, down to lower it. Now should you lose power, just pull this little rubber stopper up right here. Grab this little silver hand crank. There's a little socket down there to get a hold of. Get onto that, and then you can get this up and down should you not have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. Superlites are equipped with power stabilizing jacks. All we do is come right here and hit extend. Before I do, I'm going to recommend jack pads. Get some type of jack pad to put down underneath these. Going to keep them from sinking into the hot black top. So we're going to run them down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We're just trying to stabilize it. Come back here to the rear. Same thing. Hit extend. Run these down. Oh, you'll note sometimes these will come down. Just go ahead and flatten them up. Remember, our unit's already level. We're just trying to stabilize it. We're just going to run all four of these down. Once we get a unit level and stable, we'll hook up our power and water. That's it. Big, long, 15-foot, 30 amp cord. 50 amp cord actually. Plugs in here on the side, goes in at an angle and then turns to the right. Put a washer on there. Now at the end of that 50 amp cord in your convenience pack will be a dog bone bringing you from 50 to 30, and then also a 30 to 15 amp in case you have to plug into a 110 like we are right now. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're hooking up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn on your hose yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Coming back over to your campsite, just down to the left of your bedroom door is going to be your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, make sure your drain plug's in. Get that in there nice and snug. Plumber's tape around that, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Some plumber's tape on that. It's an 1 1/8" socket. Get that in there nice and tight. Then you can go ahead and turn on that hose. Now once that hose is on, we're going to go inside, open up your slides, because I want you to open up all of your water taps. Get in there, get all your water lines opened up. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them, all the air out of the lines. Then you can shut them off and you know you're all set up for campsite. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank. That is going to be just above this, right up here. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You can simply gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater tank button to watch. Once that's full, remove that hose, put that cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize this water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. It doesn't need it. All right, we're all set up to camp with power and water. Let me walk you through the rest of the unit, starting this back corner. Our fresh water, a night docking light should you be doing all this at night when you arrive. City water, tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. Has to wash that out. Antifreeze inlet. This is where you will, inside you'll bypass your hot water heater, turn on your water pump, and this will suck in antifreeze in the wintertime. Cable and satellite hookups, our power. Freshwater drain. There's that big white handle right there. And here's where we'll dump our black and gray tanks. There's a gray handle. We do have an outdoor shower out here as well. Spare tire cover, it's a nice solid one. Check your spare tire now and then. You got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You also prep for a backup camera. Spray port hose will hook up back here in case you need it for your griddle area over here. Flip this up, pull this straight out, lift this up and up underneath. You'll pull down your hose here to your quick connect LP right up here. Outdoor fridge. There's your spray port hose for your outdoor shower areas. On your awnings, I got one down or one out. You can pitch these so that rain will run away. They have a pitch control. Out here's where your other griddle will set. Up underneath there is your quick connect LP for that right there. Also low point drains. 110 and cable in case you want to put a TV out here as well. A couple outdoor speakers, a vent for your microwave. Here's your TV mount. Flue for your furnace, few things on that. One, make sure it's never black. Two, steer clear of it if you're running your furnace. That does get hot. And three, they do make screens that you can buy and purchase, put over top of those to keep the bugs out. Manual override for your slide. Hand crank will fit through there in case you lose power. On our hot water heater, for a couple things, if it doesn't seem to be working, just come out here and look at these resets. If it gets too hot, it'll reset itself and bubble up here, so just press the bubble back in. More information on your hot water heater right there, Suburban. Continuing up front, there is that griddle. There's the legs for it, a table that is set up next to it, a couple magnets up here for our hand cranks. Makes that nice and handy. Your propane does come with a cover, has a regulator. Just point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Green will mean you've got gas. Docking lights for the front of the unit. Other side of our pass-through storage. You do have a second gray tank on this for your front galley. And then big storage area. I think I've covered everything outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Okay, so coming up inside the unit, most important thing on these steps, this exterior door has to be either all the way open or closed to get this up or down. First thing I like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. As we come in, look right to our right, directly to our right, is our control panel. So up here is where you can see the levels of those tanks I was talking about. There's your freshwater, black and gray tanks. There's your battery, awning light, step light, interior light, bedroom light. Here's where you can connect to Bluetooth. Wi-Fi booster. I'll send you a video on this Wi-Fi Ranger. It's a really cool system. It allows you to pick up everything at the back of the camp compared to being right next to where it's at. Your hot water heater. Here's where you turn it on for gas. Here's where you turn it on for electric. It doesn't make a difference. Choose correctly. Your water pump if you're using your potable water. Tank heater. This will just turn on a 12-volt pad on your tanks to keep them from freezing if you're in inclement weather. Our slide controls and our awning controls. Awning number 2, I'll just start to run out here real quick so you can see that moving. I'm going to back that in and tell you, on your awnings, you only want to run them out until you can see your brown bar and your flat piss fall down to 90 degrees. If you continue extending it, it will start to run up onto itself backwards. So keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Again, you do have the pitch control on both the front and back awnings. Continue running that in. Point up here, we do have a hand crank open vent area here. No exhaust to it. As my awning comes the rest of the way in. Shut off my awning lights. And show you how these doors work. Slam locks work best when gently slammed. Alright, coming into our living room here. Got a TV. Now that's the fun remotes. What you're going to want to do is, when you arrive at the campsites, go into your menu, run your antenna scan, digital and channel scan, and that'll allow you to pick up all the local channels. Also, make sure that this all swivel out for you, by the way. Make sure that green light is on. That is a digital channel enhancer. It'll allow you to pick up more channels when you run your channel scan. Keep it locked back there. You've also got remotes for your sound bar and your fireplace. Turn on the music here. So A, indoors. B is outdoors. I can hear it out there. So, or both. There's your dual zoned AM, FM, Bluetooth, nice sound system. Fireplace. So, not just for looks anymore. I can make it brighter, prettier with the colors, but the biggest thing now is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of wasting your gas, if you're at a campsite, crank this electric heater up and it will get it toasty in here in no time. You got your Magic Chef fridge, all your controls for your freezer there. Fridge there. That is a lock to keep your fridge from bouncing open as you're traveling down the road. Below your fridge, breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s in there. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. There's a 30 in there as well. Self-explanatory microwave. You've got a light and fan above your cooktop. This glass top folds back. Turn that light back on. Makes a nice backsplash. Turn on your panel light. These, you'll turn it to high, hit your spark, and these will light these when your gas is on. Same thing on your oven. Go to light, hit your spark, that will light your pilot light. You don't have to light it from underneath, just light it from here, and then turn it to the desired temperature. Rock that panel light down, it becomes an oven light. 110 with GFCI reset here. Plumbing. Just like you would at home, maintain your plumbing. This is an access panel to all your water lines, as well as your hot water heater back here. So that's where you will bypass that for winterizing. You've got a bag of goodies here, meaning paperwork on all your appliances. Register anything that you deem may need registering. Here in your kitchen, this piece here will fit on. Just flip this over and up. Take those two metal lips and just hook them in there, and it'll give you some extra counter space. For right there. Bedroom door. You want to make sure that is snapped open for travel. Under your bed, you've got a little bit of storage in drawers, as well as a lift up. Separate entrance. Make sure you keep that locked. TV backer here in case you want to put a TV into the bedroom here. There's your cable and 110 for that. Charging ports and 110s there. Again, a hand crank vent. No exhaust to it, but a vent. Your lighting for your bedroom. This is a AC prep sensor location, so if you do want to put a second AC in here, the what you need is behind there for the techs. Also have a tire pressure monitoring system comes in this unit. I will send a separate video on that. We'll put your remotes where remote should be. Your table will fold down. Set it onto these plastic lips here. Put a couple of these flat cushions on top. Gives you another place to sit down and sleep. You've got what I call parachute pull recliners. Pull up on that. $110. 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your batteries, no solar or anything, if you're going to be gone for the day and you don't want this to run your battery down, use the battery disconnect. Up on the wall here is our thermostat. Let me go into the mode, go straight to cool in zone 1. Turn that down. That should crank up our AC. There that goes. Go to the mode, shut your AC off. Generally that shuts off pretty quick. There's your different fans. But if you turn on your heater, go to system and go to heat and gas. Crank that up to turn your heat on. Once your heater kicks on, that takes a few minutes to cycle through before it'll shut off for you. I'm just going to shut everything off. It's rather warm in here today. Above that is going to be your GP electric solar controller panel. Whole purpose of this panel is to prevent your solar panels from overcharging your battery. Your only concern is really to make sure that you stay unflooded. That's the type of battery you have. I'll send you a separate video from them on that. In our bathroom, we do have a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. A shower door system that's nice glass that you want to snap open for travel. More plumbing. Keep an eye on it. There's no access panel. Water pump and filter access is in there. And that about covers everything on the inside. Lastly, our bunk area. Got our own lighting up here. Charging ports. And this part down here will lift up for storage. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by shutting off my interior lights. That way I know any other lighting that's on is all accent lighting that I need to walk through and shut off. Make sure our vents are closed, our doors are secured in open or closed position, whichever one we decided we needed on them. Once I've got all my accent lighting off, I just turn my interior lights back on and say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slides from coming in. Nothing's going to be bouncing down the road when we travel. We've got everything secured. Come to my control panel, slide 1 in. You can do these in whichever order you prefer. You want to do 2 first so that you can watch it come in. Go to slide 2. That noise that you heard was just the slide mechanism saying, hey, I'm in all the way. Shut off my interior lights and exit the unit. Again, making sure this exterior door is all the way open. So you do have adjustable feet on these. So if you press up on these, that will release this leg. Before we leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt, lift and turn this handle. Now, all right, if we are dry camping, we're gonna come around here, get up underneath here and dump our freshwater drain. If we're at a campsite, we're gonna hook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on up to the dump station. Now, at the dump station, you're gonna want to park accordingly. You got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. We're gonna want to start dumping in the back first because you're gonna want to dump your sewage first. So when you arrive, I'll park so that you can reach this back dump, hook up your hose, and pull your black handle. That's that fat one there on the left. When that sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of that black tank, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, and hook it up to tank flush. Hook that hose up, again emphasizing with that black handle open. Let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. When it has, close your black handle and pull your gray handle. Now these would be cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers. Usually while my gray handles are draining, I'll go around the other side and dump my fresh low point drains, excuse me. Right up underneath here where our griddles go, we'll dump those low point drains. Don't want to leave any hot water in here. So come to your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure release valve. Be careful, some hot water will come out of there. Push that back down, otherwise your door won't close. Then you can pull your drain plug for your residual hot water. Now you may or may not have to move your trailer, but when that grade's done back there, close it up, grab that hose, come up here, maybe back your trailer up to fit, and hook up to this front gray. Pull that, again that'll be cleaner water, sinks and showers from front. When that's done, close that up. Grab your hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it. See the squeeze on here? Store it right there in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Flagstaff for many years to come. Happy camping.